It's hard, but not impossible. And just because something is hard or difficult doesn't make it impossible to achieve, to obtain, to be able to manifest or materialize. And if it's something that's worth it to you, if it's something that's worth obtaining, right? If it's something that is worth a value to you and it's worth to manifest and be able to materialize and be able to visualize and be able to put yourself in the emotions and the feelings of the future you, of you obtaining this thing that you're looking forward to or that you are trying to achieve, right? It doesn't mean that it is impossible. It doesn't mean that it's difficult. It doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. Anything worth that value, anything that you give value to, anything that you believe that will truly benefit you in every which way possible is absolutely worth going through the hard times, going through the difficult obstacles and the hurdles that are put in front of your path to achieve. And it doesn't matter what it is that thing is. It doesn't matter what the goal is. It doesn't matter what is in front of you. It doesn't matter the path. It doesn't matter the direction that you have to take. Whatever this thing is, whatever this goal, this desire that you have, this inclination that you have built up inside to go and achieve the thing that you are looking for, then it's something that you have to go for, right? If you have this feeling of intuition inside you, and you know this is something that is right for you, and it's something that you know is not going to do anything but help you and benefit you in the long run, in the future, to be able to put yourself in a position in the future where you know you will come out successful and you know you will be able to do more with this thing that you are looking to achieve, then it has to be worth it. Because if it's only going to help you, then it has to be something that is good for you and healthy for you. You just can't let yourself get into this position in life, whether it's now or in the future, where you feel like you're in a hole that you cannot climb out of. You can't put yourself in a place mentally where you feel like just because something is in your way right now doesn't mean that you will never be able to achieve this thing that you're looking for. You can't put yourself in a position where there are things in your path that are trying to stop you, and you let it actually stop you, and you let it put you at a halt, right? At a stop from obtaining this goal or your dreams, whatever the circumstance is for you, whatever this thing that you're trying to achieve means to you, whatever it is. If it's dreams, if it's your goals, if it's a short-term goal even, or better, if it's a long-term goal and it's something that you truly are striving for, it's something that you're putting your all into, it's something that is your obsession, something that is your passion, something that you know is making you happy, right? And it brings you happiness. If there's anything in the way, if it's something that is putting itself in the way between you and this goal or this dream, this passion, this obsession, this thing, you have to find a way to either knock it over, go through it, or go over it, or you can go around it, however or whatever it takes, because certain circumstances are built this way, where you are being given a roadblock in life. The reason for that is for you to be tested, is for life to see whether or not you are deserving of this thing that you are trying to achieve. Right? Which means that you have to be a person that is conscious enough to understand what this roadblock really means, right? And not just see it for surface value, but to see it as something else, right? To see it as more than just exactly what it is. Sometimes things are just what they are, but sometimes you might just need to look a little deeper within yourself to truly understand the situation or the magnitude of the circumstance in which this roadblock is being placed in front of you. And that's work, right? That is detail and shadow work that you need to put in within yourself to truly understand this sometimes, right? Because it goes a little bit deeper than just the surface. Sometimes it goes a little bit deeper than just what it is. And this is where you have to wake yourself up and be able to use your mind over matter, right? And truly develop the characteristics, the interests, the traits that you need, that conjure up your consciousness, that conjure up your seat of consciousness to put you in the present moment to truly see why and how and what is going on. Right? You have to be able to tap into yourself and see what's really going on when something like this comes up, when there is a roadblock in your life. Because the only way to go through this is to go through it within first, and then you can execute without, right? You can execute within the outside world to be able to go through this hurdle that you are facing right now, which means working on yourself, right? You have to develop some type of self-development and self-awareness within yourself to see what's going on, or else sometimes you can't truly be able to go through this roadblock the way you think that you would be able to, right? Sometimes it's not just that simple, right? Nothing is ever easy. Some things you can simplify though, but it's never easy. And so you have to go within yourself first, right? You have to go deep within to understand the true meaning behind the value, right? The true meaning behind the surface value of what you are being faced with. And you can do this however you please. You can go within however it's more convenient for you. But understand that this is something that you need to tap into, which is your psyche. It's all a mind. It's all a mind game, right? It's all within your mind. You have to be the one to actually want to go through what is being placed in front of you. Because no one else is going to want it as badly as you. No one else is going to want it for you. And if they do, it doesn't matter. Because they can't do it for you. They can only do it for themselves. So of course, you have to gotta want to get this thing that you want to go through. You gotta actually want it for yourself. You gotta be conscious enough to understand that. Then you have to also be conscious enough to understand that this test that's being placed in front of you is for a reason. And the only way for you to pass it is to be able to accept it, be able to be aware, right? And be able to figure out a way for yourself, not for anyone else, but for you as an individual, to realize that there's only one way to go through, and it's to go within yourself first, so you can figure out how you can manipulate yourself to be able to go through this roadblock that you're facing. And then you can influence the outside world, right? You can influence the outside world to be able to maneuver around this blockage that is in your life that is being placed in front of you. And sometimes that is the only way. And sometimes On the other side, you might not go through it, but you don't want to be that person that doesn't know how to. You want to be the person to be able to figure out how to go through this thing that you're facing. And like I said, it's only by you being conscious enough to understand why this thing is being placed in front of you and why you are being tested and what the reason for the test is. And you will only figure that out once you go within and then be able to maneuver, and then you will figure out why you had to go through that, because everything is for a reason. It's never for no reason. It's always to build you and build your person, right? Build your consciousness and create a stronger person within yourself. So you always gonna want it for yourself, and it can't be any other way. And also understand that it doesn't matter what you're going through, okay? It's very difficult, right? But it's never impossible. Anything is possible. If you really put your mind to whatever it is, you can achieve anything that you've ever wanted, as long as you want it. And you gotta actually want it. Everything I just said is simple, not easy. Love y'all, man. Peace, y'all.